What if we told you there are still places on Earth so remote, even satellites struggle to map them? Spots where compasses spin, legends live on, and nature still calls the shots. From ice-capped deserts to islands untouched for thousands of years, pack your curiosity because we're heading off the map to uncover the 10 most remote and pristine places on Earth. Number 10. Hornstrandir Nature Reserve, Iceland. There's quiet, and then there's Hornstrandir. The kind where you can hear the wind brushing past cliffs that haven't seen a soul in decades. Up here, in Iceland's northernmost wilderness, villages once dotted the coast until the last residents left in the 1950s, leaving nature to take over. Now, Arctic foxes wander through empty meadows, seals nap on stony beaches, and mist curls around jagged peaks that drop straight into the sea. There are no roads, no power lines, not even a steady signal, just raw silence. You reach it by boat in summer, step onto land, and realize how rare it is to find a place that doesn't need people to stay alive. Number 9. Uunartoq, Hot Springs, Greenland. From icy cliffs to warm waters, our next stop feels almost impossible. Imagine soaking in a naturally heated pool while icebergs drift by in the distance. That's Uunartoq, an uninhabited island off southern Greenland, where Vikings once came to rest 1,000 years ago. The water stays near perfect year-round, warmed by the slow grind of the Earth's crust beneath your feet. There's no lodge, no boardwalk, just a small wooden hut for changing and the endless Arctic stillness around you. Sit there long enough and you'll see the northern lights flicker across the bay. It's the kind of place that doesn't ask for your attention. It earns it, quietly. Number 8. Rio Bec, Mexico. Now, from ice to jungle, deep in the Yucatan's dense green maze lies a lost Mayan city that almost disappeared twice, once under history and again under vines. This is Rio Bec, hidden so deep that for over 60 years, no one could even find it again after its first discovery. Climb the crumbling pyramids and you'll notice something odd. The towers reach for the sky but lead nowhere, their carved stairs ending mid-air. They weren't built to climb, they were built to impress the gods. The jungle here is alive with howler monkeys, jaguars, and thick air that hums with heat. It's the kind of place where every rustle makes you wonder if you've just stepped into the past. Number 7. Adak Island, Alaska. If you ever wanted to know what the edge of the world feels like, Adak comes close. This wind-beaten speck in the Aleutian chain is technically part of Alaska, but it feels more like the end of a map. Once a busy U.S. naval base, it's now home to fewer than 200 people, a handful of empty houses, and a Mexican restaurant that somehow survives 120-mile-per-hour gusts. Here, the weather writes its own rules. One moment calm, the next roaring. Rusted hangars lean toward the tundra, foxes dart through fog, and the sea pounds the rocks like it's reminding you who's boss. It's not just remote, it's humbling, the kind of place that makes you whisper without knowing why. Number 6. Socotra Island, Yemen. You know that moment when you see something and can't tell if it's real or a dream? That's pretty much Socotra, a far-off island in Yemen where the trees bleed red and nothing looks like it belongs to Earth. A third of its species exist nowhere else. Pink desert roses shaped like bottles, dragonblood trees with umbrella crowns, and sand dunes so pale they almost glow. Because of its isolation, modern life barely brushed past this island. There are a few small villages, but mostly it's nature doing its thing, untouched, unbothered, and utterly surreal. Stand beneath those twisted trees as the wind rushes through their branches, and you'll get the oddest feeling like you've stepped off the planet, but somehow landed deeper inside it. Number 5. Vale do Javari, Brazil. Now we head deep into the Amazon, and we mean deep. The Vale do Javari region is a stretch of rainforest so untouched it hides more uncontacted tribes than anywhere else on Earth. No roads lead here, no easy paths, only winding rivers, dense canopy, and the constant hum of unseen life. Helicopter flyovers have revealed glimpses of huts and gardens, but the people who live here have chosen silence over contact. Scientists call it the last frontier of the Amazon. Step too close, and you might never find your way out, not because of danger, but because the jungle simply swallows everything, even time. It's one of the few places left that truly belongs to itself, not to maps, not to governments, and definitely not to us. Number 4. Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia. Some landscapes look finished. Kamchatka isn't one of them. Tucked in Russia's far east, this peninsula feels alive, steaming, growling, reshaping itself in real time. It's home to over 300 volcanoes, half still active, and rivers thick with salmon winding through ash-black valleys. Brown bears outnumber people, geysers roar like engines, and the air smells faintly of sulfur and sea. There are no roads linking Kamchatka to the rest of Russia, only sky and silence. It's not a place you visit so much as one you survive long enough to understand. When the clouds lift over Kluchevskaya, the tallest volcano in Eurasia, it feels like the planet has let you in on a secret. Creation never really stopped. Number 3. Gangkhar Puensum, Bhutan. There's a mountain in Bhutan that no one has ever stood on. Not because it's impossible, but because it's forbidden. Gangkhar Puensum is the highest unclimbed mountain on Earth, soaring more than 7,500 meters above sea level and shrouded in both clouds and mystery. Bhutan banned mountaineering decades ago to protect its sacred peaks, and locals believe spirits guard this one. Even the few expeditions that tried before the ban failed. Storms rolled in, snow buried trails, and compasses went haywire. Today, it remains untouched, a perfect white pyramid rising above the mist, visible from afar but always just out of reach. Some places you conquer, others you're meant to respect from a distance. Gangkhar Puensum is a silent reminder that not everything is meant to be claimed. Number 2. North Sentinel Island, India. It looks peaceful from above, a ring of white sand circling a green heart, floating in the Bay of Bengal. But don't be fooled. North Sentinel Island is one of the last places on Earth where outsiders are not welcome. The Sentinelese people have lived here in isolation for tens of thousands of years, untouched by modern life. When boats drift too close, warnings come fast, arrows shot from the tree line. Even rescue attempts are turned away. In 2018, one man tried to make contact, hoping kindness would bridge the distance between worlds. It didn't. He never made it back. The Indian government has since banned all entry, leaving the island to its silence. It's beautiful, yes, but there's an edge to that beauty, the sense that you're looking at a page of human history still being written in secret. And maybe that's the point. Not every mystery is meant to be solved. Number 1. Point Nemo, Pacific Ocean. If you ever wanted to be truly alone, this is it. Point Nemo isn't a patch of land. It's a spot in the middle of the South Pacific, so far from everything that even the nearest humans are usually astronauts passing overhead. It's known as the oceanic pole of inaccessibility, the point farthest from any coastline on Earth, surrounded by more than 1,000 miles of open water in every direction. No ships linger here for long. The currents are slow, the skies are eerily empty, and the radio static feels louder than the waves. It's also where defunct spacecraft are sent to die, a kind of graveyard for machines that once reached for the stars. If anywhere defines untouched, it's this silent coordinate in a restless sea, a reminder that the planet still keeps secrets in plain sight. So there you have it, 10 corners of Earth that barely seem real, yet quietly continue without us. From ice to jungle, from volcanoes to empty seas, these are places where the map fades and the world begins again. And maybe that's the best part about them. They prove that for all our reach, there are still places beyond it, still beating to the planet's own rhythm, far away from the noise, waiting untouched.